877-692-1027. Ronnie, I guess they're still pulling bodies out of the river in Oklahoma where that bridge went down.
Unbelievable. Fez, you know, I took a look at this. I was watching it the other morning as the first newscast come in. I couldn't believe how small that bridge was in the meantime.
It kind of looked like just an overpass going over a swamp. Like a creek.
Yeah.
So this bridge, it went down. It's the Arkansas River when it's actually crossing over. And I guess a tugboat was moving a barge and pushed the barge into a bridge support.
Great job.
This is why I don't go on bridges, people. This is why I hate them so. This will back me up months on bridges.
Is that a bridge? I can't see over the tugboat. Is that a bridge? This bridge was not so big, and I don't see how the people, didn't see that the bridge was down. Maybe hit the brakes. I don't know what to do there. They do there in Oklahoma.
I guess they don't stop. That's one thing.
So it's the Arkansas River in Oklahoma, right?
Right. That's the way it works.
That's some muddy water. You're driving along, and the next thing you know, you're under water upside down. Is that what you think about? Is that one of your bridge fears?
That is it. I'm always afraid I'm just going to drive off the bridge.
Here's what you need to do, though, Fez. Just think to yourself, while I'm upside down and falling to the earth, I'll take a long, slow breath in, and then hold it so after the impact, and when the impact hits, don't go and blow all your air out.
Oh, I'll try not to as I hit the icy waters of the Arkansas River.
Icy. So that's your big bridge fear.
That is it. I couldn't imagine dying that way.
You know, the last thing that the tugboat captain was saying to his first mate was, hold this drink for me. I gotta go to this bridge. Did you hold a drink for me?
He's saying, gee whiz, I black out all the time. Now you're making a big deal out of this one. Gee whiz.
The captain blacked out.
I think that was the name of the boat, the Blackout.
Well, the captain also said he thought that you could make the right on red in Oklahoma. I guess
he was wrong.
He claims he was in the easy pass lane.
And that the bridge obviously cut him off. The bridge was in the wrong here.
Yeah. You don't understand. That bridge came out of nowhere.
Says when did the bridge have the right of way? I hate
He
bridges.
said he wanted to turn back, but Quinn had evidently shot up the radio and kept him from doing it.
I guess he was trying to start his own Fleet Week.
Oh, because he was all excited about the New York Fleet Week?
He was jealous is what happened.
This bridge, when it went down, the captain... And can you even call a guy who's running the tugboat a captain? I guess he is a captain,
I think you have to.
Yeah. But a river captain?
Riverboat captain.
He said the river started going upstream at the last second.
He had such a great hand on the Riverboat Casino. He wasn't going to get up.
Sure.
He wasn't leaving the table at that point.
He thought that the force field deflector shields had been deployed, and he would be fine.
He's talking about this thing. It runs into the bridge support, and he's going, wet brakes. We have wet brakes.
Now, are these captains on there alone?
No, they should have a pilot on there, too, right?
I don't know. I see them going by on the East River, and I see these huge barges. I never see anybody on them, and there's just one little tugboat.
Oh, man. So how can he see where he's going? He's pushing these things into bridges left and right, I'm sure.
It's unbelievable.
He said he only looked down for a second to change the radio station. He only looked away for a second.
He said, you try driving a barge when you're shot 57 into your power hour.
I'll tell you what, they're going to make Arkansas River hands-free. That's going to be a hands-free river. They're going to pass that law.
How's that work, the hands-free?
No cell phones. You're not going to, none of the handheld cell phones are going to be allowed on the Arkansas River.
You try driving a tugboat while you're looking for a roach in the ashtray. Maybe he's rolling a joint and was steering with his knee.
I'm sure it definitely could have happened. Either that or they were doing the Oklahoma Power Hour. And he's on shot 57.
Here's Blackneck. Blackneck, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Blackneck.
What is?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, there's 2 deckhands on the bridge, and they were watching the bridge closing. And they're turning back screaming to the captain, "Hey, bridge, bridge."
Is that right?
Yes, there's 2 deckhands on the barges, not on the boat. Remember, there's a boat that's pushing the barges.
Well, when I see barges go by on the East River, I never see deckhands out there. You think?
That's a closed waterway, and he's being guided by a tugboat captain on an open river like the Arkansas. You got to have deckhands out there.
All right, because it's a closed river?
Yeah, New York Harbor is literally a closed waterway. With so much boat traffic on the Arkansas River, there is nobody out there but him.
Maybe they need some sort of better walkie-talkies or however they talk to each other.
Maybe they need a better captain who's not about to pass out from a seizure.
All right, here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, he was on the Arkansas River in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe he was lost.
You guys are so freaked because the name of the river is not the name of the state, wherever you happen to go. Hey, JR, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, JR.
Yeah, that was Captain Crunch from Days of Thunder.
Remember that stupid Days of
His
Thunder?
real name is Kevin Reardon. He lives in Pennsylvania.
The name of the boat, I believe, was the Robert Y. Love. Sounds like a nice boat.
You tell me why I love. So he had a seizure and passed out?
Now, that part I hadn't heard about, but I guess he did lose consciousness.
And this is your big fear in life, right, Fez? That you'll be driving over the bridge and the bridge will suddenly disappear.
And I'll just watch it crumble ahead of me, and I got no way of stopping. And then even if I did stop, I would have a lot of trouble getting out and walking back.
Oh, because you're on the bridge?
Yeah.
What if you're one of those people that just the front wheels of the...
God.
And you're kind of going back and forth, and when you look down, you're looking at water, you're telling everybody, lean back.
It won't happen.
Is it easier for you...
Now I'm dripping. Look at the sweat.
Is it easier for you to drive over a bridge or be driven over a bridge?
I think it's easier for me to be driven over a bridge.
Because you know that person won't do something crazy, and you trust them more than yourself.
Yeah. And when I drive over the bridge and the bridge panic attack kicks in,
yeah,
it feels like the steering wheel is literally ready to come off in my hands. Wow. I'll start playing with the steering wheel, and it feels so loose, like all of a sudden.
Right.
Like the whole steering column's going to come right out. And then what do I do, Ronnie, without a steering column? What do I do at that point?
How twisted that you would get that thought in your head, because it's never happened before.
No. I guess I have a good imagination.
You have to.
But yeah, that's what I think about. Like, I'm just going to not be able to control that vehicle, and there I go off the side. And this barge thing, I'm always looking to see if there's anything under a bridge.
Now, I heard Willem Dafoe saying that, like, when he walks over a thing like the Brooklyn Bridge, he has the strangest urge that he's actually not going to have to, he can't stop himself from jumping. That just by seeing it, he feels like there's another force pushing him, and he just wants to leap. And he says he has to fight it off.
What voice is that in your head, giving you that urge?
But, you know, I guess it's no crazier than you thinking that the steering column's going to come out.
I guess it's the same feeling, except he likes it more. I don't know if he gets a kick or if he's afraid of it.
This on the instant feedback from Maddie. He says, never see the movie Mothman Prophecies, Fez.
Really?
So I guess there's a bridge scene in that.
Is there?
Yeah.
Did anyone see that movie?
Nobody would. Here's Natalie. Natalie, you're on Fez.
Hey, Natalie.
Hi.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you guys about how when I first started driving, first time I went over the George Washington Bridge, I thought I was going to drive off of it. I have this impulse to drive over to the side and drive off.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know. It's the same thing with buildings. I have a fear of heights, and I feel like if I go on top of a building, I'm going to jump off.
So there's some part of you that doesn't trust yourself.
No,
that
not
you're going to make suddenly an insane gesture. Where because you don't believe in the mechanics of it all. Right. Or you also say you're worried you're going to pass out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lose consciousness, have that stroke, aneurysm, heart attack, whatever it be.
Like the barge guy.
Yeah. And then at that point, I don't trust the mechanics of the vehicle I'm in or that the bridge is sturdy enough to stay together.
All right, on the instant feedback here, Fezzie, if your car does, they actually said when your car goes off, do you feel like it'll be better for you to jump out or ride the car all the way down?
if I had to choose, oh, God, I'm ready to throw up thinking about it. I would guess ride the car all the way down.
Yeah? I don't think it's going to be up to you.
No, I'll have no choice.
I think that's going to happen so fast.
And I'm not going to know where I'm at. And I swear when it happens, I'm going to go, oh, great. I knew it.
Now, how big of a bridge does this have to be for you before you start freaking?
I think anything that has any sort of span, where you have that big middle section.
Yeah. So the bridge here in Arkansas River, did you say it?
Yeah. I saw what was left of it.
It doesn't seem like the kind of bridge that you would be afraid of.
Yeah, it seemed pretty flat and straight ahead. It's when you have to go up on those inclines, the steep ones, that get to me.
Well, now I'm starting to think about these other ones after what happened there in Oklahoma. Jason, you're on Run of Fez.
Hi, Jason.
I have the same thing William Dafoe has. It's not really you want to just go and jump off something. It's more like you want to try it. Like if I see a knife lying on a counter, I'll say, I wonder what that'll feel like sinking into my skin. And I'll just look at it, and I'll feel like a force pushing me towards it. I have to pull myself away.
Now, did you ever take a knife and maybe start to slice yourself?
No, I've actually picked it up. The urge was so strong, I just,
Do you ever just put the pointy part in just to see?
No, I run my finger along the blade. But
yeah, because
I was just using that as an example. I mean, like, if you see a high place, you wonder, what would happen if I jumped off, or...
Do you wonder if I could make it, or do you wonder if I could just...
What it's like, what the experience is like. It's kind of like an urge pushing you towards it.
That's bad gravity pushing you towards that, man. That's awful.
Now, why are you wiping your hands down?
I don't like the idea of the height.
You're a little nervous?
Yeah. And I'm trying to dry my palms. My palms, my super palms.
Maybe what you need to do, Fez.
Yes?
Is we get you on a pair of skates.
What?
And seriously, just think about it. We pull you behind a motorcycle over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Why would we do that, and what's it going to help?
You have my word that you'll lose your fear of heights if you make it.
I'll probably gain a fear of skates. 877-692-1027. No one's pulling me behind a motorcycle on skates. I'll fall down and forget to let go.
Here's Yuri. Yuri, you're on Fez.
Hey, Yuri.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. If I'm ever over a high building or I'm on a bridge, it's like you just see how easy it would be just to leap, and something about you just want to make you do it, but you can't because you'd be dead.
All right. So you're worried about someone pushing you?
No, it's not that I'm worried. It's like the urge is there because you just realize how easy it would be just to put one foot off and then see what happens next. But thank God, like, I've never followed this inclination because that would spell trouble.
All right, thanks. So it seems like people do get that way, Fez.
They feel the need. There's something there that makes them want to feel that. In a weird, sick way.
Now, are you ever worried about if you're driving over a bridge, somebody will come behind you and start bumping you and try to, like a madman, will try to knock you off the bridge?
Not till this very second.
What if we did this? That we belt you on the front of a car, right?
What?
Strap you down and then give you the freedom of flying over the Brooklyn Bridge or the GW just as quick as you want.
I am not going to be a human hood ornament. That's not going to help me at all. None of that will help me.
How can you be sure until you try this?
Trust me, I know me.
Yeah.
Strap me to the hood of a car like I'm a prize deer ain't going to help.
I don't know, Fez. I have the funniest feeling it will help.
It's odd that I'm getting the exact opposite feeling.
Would you be able to go over a bridge in a bumper car?
How would that even work? Don't you need the electricity thing at the top of the antenna to move a bumper car?
Just would you do it, and then we'll figure out the rest of the ways.
No, I would not go over in a bumper car.
All right, here's Elvis. Elvis, you're on Fez.
Hello, Elvis.
Yeah, I think the worst part about bridges is driving over those metal gratings that are on top of bridges that lift up.
Yeah, I hate
feel like
that.
The car is just sliding all over the place.
It does.
Yeah,
It makes the car
It's freaking
shimmy.
me out just thinking about it.
And then you can look out your window and straight down and see water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right through the gratings.
That might help you because when you're walking over the Brooklyn Bridge, Fezzie, you can look down through the slats and see water.
Man. I don't
and that
want
gives
to.
you that nice feeling of height that you need. There was also some kind of an NLP group or something along those ways that used to have people walk over the San Francisco Bridge, but sideways. So
Sideways?
You wouldn't look ahead. You'd be just looking out at water.
I never thought of that. I need a sideways car. A James Bond thing that can just drive sideways.
Here's Scott. Scott, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Scott.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Fez, I'll tell you, driving over a bridge is one thing, but when I was young, my parents took me to the Hoover Dam, and we were walking along the top of the Hoover Dam, and you look down one side of it, I mean, it's horrible. And it had, like, I don't know if there were Cub Scouts or something, but these kids were, like, a little ways behind, and all of a sudden they all yelled at once, and it like, really freaked me out.
Now, when I went
Oh, God, you're jumpy anyway.
When I went out to the Hoover Dam, I had the strangest feeling that you could ride it down because it has that slide thing going.
Well, I think it would happen so fast, wouldn't it?
I think I could come down on my ass. And yeah, I think I'd probably get a couple brushes on there, but I really think I could ride that one down.
Maybe if you had a nice mat to sit on or something.
Now, when you go like to the top of the Empire State Building, does that bother you at all?
I can get out on the observation deck there.
Yeah.
It takes me a lot. I'm really unsteady at first, and it takes a little bit of time to, like, maybe look out or use one of those telescope things that you put the quarter in. But, yeah, I've done that.
And it doesn't bother you?
I'm not comfortable at all. And I always, if I'm taking family up there, I'm always screaming, where is somebody?
Because you think one of them is gone?
Right, one of them's walked around the other side or is in the gift shop. Where's the baby?
Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Hey.
Yeah.
But
you got a 5 tickets ago. Yeah, no.
I have a terrible time with your phone there, my friend.
We couldn't understand you at all.
All right, here's Frank. Frank, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, how you doing, buddies? Listen, I have the same feeling that other girl had about walking over bridges and feeling that I used to be a steel painter and just not having the confidence in what I was doing and feeling that, just stepping off the edge. And what I did when I was a kid, I went with a friend of mine, we went parachuting. So I got that out of my system, the fact of, like, stepping out of an airplane and letting go.
Frank has come up with the right idea here. You jump out of an airplane.
I am never going to jump out of an airplane. How's that going to help me with a bridge?
Because then you're going to know real fear. What about this?
Oh, God.
And I've known
Trust me, my fear is real.
Here's what you got to do. We take you up in an airplane. Of course, the sides are open.
Oh.
And you're kind of holding on as the plane takes off. And I definitely think we're going to do this because Jeremy already asked me about it.
When did Jeremy ask you about this?
And what we do then, Fez, is you don't have a parachute on. We chuck the parachute, and then we throw you out, and you got to kind of make yourself into a bullet.
Like in that Point Break movie?
And take off after that parachute. You got to use the aerodynamics by keeping your legs together, your hands next to you, and you take off after that parachute. You catch it, you strap it on, and you pull that cord.
Look at me. There's nothing aerodynamic. I'm one big windsock. There's no way I'm doing that. Oh, God. 877-692-1027.
You'll be free. Free falling.
I am not going to free fall. That ain't going to help anything because I will die on the way out.
No, you won't, Fez. And after you make it, I guarantee you, you're going to tell me that you can do anything.
I'm not even going to get on the plane. I'm not getting on a plane with open doors. I do not have an open door policy when it comes to planes.
It seems like you don't want to do any of the things that you know can help you.
I don't want to do any of those things.
I'd Horde King says, Fez, would you go over a bridge on skates?
No, Horde King, don't be ridiculous.
Not ice skates, roller skates.
I understand. I'm not going on any kind of skates.
Opie will take you rollerblading. Apparently he's in some kind of gang.
I knew it.
Here's Sweet Melissa. You're on Run of Fez.
Hi, Sweet Melissa.
Hi.
Hi, you sound different tonight.
This isn't Sweet Melissa. It's a different one.
Why steal her name?
Why are you trying to be Sweet Melissa?
I have the same name as her.
Sweet Melissa. You don't get her music.
That's wrong.
Trying to steal music around here.
I'm sorry.
All right, what can we do for you, honey? Fake Melissa.
Hi.
I have a fear like Fezzie on bridges.
Yeah, what do you do?
When the very first time I was going on to the Parkway South off the 287, I thought I was going to drive off the bridge, and I started to cry.
So you were driving, right?
Yeah.
And you thought you were going to drive yourself off the bridge?
Yeah.
Now, have you driven since then over a bridge?
Yeah, but I'd much rather have someone else be the driver.
Do you sit on the floor when that happens?
No, I just don't look out the window.
Oh, there you go. But you would never drive yourself off a bridge, would you?
No.
See?
Now, Fez, a couple of people are asking, what if we put swimmies on you? Would that help you as you're going over the bridge?
No, I'm not going to wear swimmies.
Huh.
No, thank you.
Do you even want to get over this?
I will get over it without roller skating and being pulled behind a motorcycle.
Rocket car?
No, not a rocket. I would get burnt behind a rocket car.
You'll be inside. You'll be riding shotgun.
They have a shotgun in the rocket car?
We'll have you up and over that bridge in seconds. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Joe.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, Fezzie, how about a Skyway, like the Pulaski Skyway?
No, I won't go over Skyway.
That even freaks me out.
All right, is that when you're kind of riding along on the side of it? What do you mean by a Skyway?
Like the Deegan, like a highway that's like a big, long bridge.
Yeah, but, that's over, ground, right?
The Deegan?
Yeah.
Oh, but not the Pulaski Skyway.
Yeah, right. All right, thanks. All right, this for you, Fez. What about parasail? Maybe what you need to do is parasail through the New York Harbor.
Let me think. No, I'm not going to parasail either. I'm not going to para anything.
Are you going to try one thing?
I doubt it.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
I have a fear, I guess, ever since as a young child, being out in a boat, going underneath the bridge. I think my father said, don't look up at the bridge because objects fall down.
Yeah.
So always going underneath the bridge, my eyes are closed, and I'd always shield my eyes.
So you're afraid you're going to get hit with something, not necessarily the bridge collapsing.
You're afraid Fez is going to actually fall off the bridge and hit you when you're
right underneath the boat with the grates from the bridge, where the bridge span opens.
I know a guy who has a paranoia about driving under overpasses. He always pictures a car going off that overpass, crashing down on him.
It's going to land right on him.
What an idiot.
I never thought of that. 877-692-1027.
Do you think maybe we ought to get you up on a pole like David Blaine did?
No, I'm not going up on a pole.
Do you want to get over this bridge phobia, Fez? Because
none of these ways I don't.
I'm going to ask you this, not to waste my time and the work of my staff.
What staff?
If I get one. Because I really want to start working with people's phobias. Because I love other people's phobias.
I hate phobias. They scare me.
And I believe that if I can get you over the bridge, whether it's on skates, a rocket car, that I can write a book about it and start making some real cash.
And how does that help me? Because I know the skate thing isn't going to help me with my fear.
Are we partners?
Yes.
Thank you. Here is Bill. Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, how you doing? I went to California a few years ago, and there's a large portion of the Pacific Coast Highway. You're driving along the edge of a cliff, and there's no barriers, like metal barriers, stone barriers. So you look straight out. All you see is water, and there's nothing between you and the edge of the cliff.
I drove that Pacific Coast Highway last year with my family on vacation. I could not believe that was the most stressful thing, Fezzie. It was like riding on a bridge because you're hanging off a cliff.
Right.
For hours. Doesn't it go on for hours, Bill? By the time I got off of that, my neck was all locked up.
Oh, I can't imagine.
And you can't go too fast. You can only do like 35 miles an hour. And 45, it feels like you're flying.
The thickest part was we're driving around. We ended up like going around one of these hairpin turns, and we looked over the edge, and there was a tractor trailer that was pointing face up.
Oh, Jesus.
It was with the police tape and all this other stuff. Like,
right. I can't imagine taking a tractor trailer on that road. I can't imagine it. All right, thanks, man.
Thank you for the call, Bill. 877-692-1027.
Does he ever think of bungee cord?
No. I think I'm way too heavy to bungee.
What about a double bungee?
Double bungee? No. Twice the no.
If you're afraid to jump out of an airplane, what if you bungee and then we roll you back in? So you're
to a moving airplane.
We get this whole thing on video.
I'm just going to be dragged along. You'd never be able to haul me back in.
All right, Fez, I'm at the end of my rope here. If you got any ideas, I'd love to hear one of them. So just picture we're up in a plane.
Oh, man.
I've got the bungee wrapped tightly around your armpits, or if you think it's too tight, just hold on to it.
I am not going to just hold on to the bungee as I jump out of a plane. I'm going to get caught in the engine or the propeller or something. I just know bad things are going to happen.
I don't know what's wrong with you anymore.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Is this song helping you?
Not really. And neither's the bungee cord. Or rocket skates or whatever came up.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Yeah.
I have this weird feeling like when I'm a totally normal guy, I have kids, I have a good job, and when I'm on the top of a building, I get this weird feeling like I want to push the people off. And I also do it with, like, when I'm around a cop, I get kind of nervous that the gun's just sitting there, and I always picture myself like kind of taking his gun.
That always gets in the back of my head, too, is could I snatch his gun? Even though I know there's that key on there and it does you no good. But I always think I think I could grab that gun while he's talking to this other guy. It always gets into my mind once.
That's a good point. You do look for where the gun's at. And just check that thing out. Is that holster unbuckled? What's going on? Unsnapped?
Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Joe.
Hi, guys. How you doing? Yeah, I'm a fireman in the city. I have a problem climbing ladders, believe it or not. And
climbing ladders is a difficult thing for most of us.
Well, the ladder, we have an aerial ladder that goes 100 feet high. I mean, when I get up there, my knees are shaking. But what I would tell Fez is just look forward and don't look down, because I'm telling you, I'm scared to death of heights. And as long as you don't look down, you keep looking forward and concentrate on the ladder or whatever you're going to do.
Joe, how often do you have to climb that ladder?
Well, I'm a boss now. I really don't have to do it anymore. But when I was a fireman, I had to do it quite often. I mean, you got to get to the roof to open up the... call it the bulkheads, the top of the staircase, the landing.
You never got more used to it, or it never got comfortable for you?
No.
But you always did your job, huh?
It's part of your job, and you got to do it. So that's the good part about it. I mean, it makes you do it, but you got to really look up, and you can't look down, because once you look down, you're in trouble.
Maybe when you're driving over a bridge, Fez, you look up the whole time.
Well, then I'll run into something.
Have you ever done this? You ever been up on a bridge and you're in a traffic jam and you're stuck up there?
Yeah, it happened to me once. It was bad. I had to make the conscious decision whether to abandon my car or not. And just start running back the way I came.
People behind you would love you then, asswipe.
I know. They'd be all over me.
I was going over the Chesapeake. It wasn't over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, but it was somewhere down around where you leave Washington, D.C. You go past the Naval Academy. There's a huge bridge that goes over there, way high in the air.
I hate it when you're traveling. They just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. And I get up to the top of it, and we're high, like airplane high, right?
Nice.
And then we just sit for like an hour and a half, and I'm like, what the hell happened? The kids are jumping around. I'm like, hey, you don't know whether something's going on wrong on this bridge. You jumping around, maybe you knocked the whole damn thing down.
So glad you did not have me with you.
I think that might have cured you.
It would have occupied your time, I know that. 877-692-1027.
Oh, we got to take a break here. Hawk's getting nervous.
He's getting antsy.
What do you want to do, Hawk? Get me in trouble with Swiss Miss again? What was wrong with you Friday night?
Take a microphone, Hawk Fact.
I was extremely drunk.
Where did you get this story in your head about her that you kept bringing up over and over? So she got mad at me.
I think she mentioned it on the air a couple times, at least twice.
I demand that you find that on tape then, so that she's not angry with us.
All right.
Roy, do you believe it exists?
No, I don't.
I don't remember it, honestly.
Do you think she said it off air and you heard her?
No.
Were you eavesdropping the last time that she was in with me and her talking? Because you're so damn quiet, like Spider-Man. You're crawling around on the walls here.
That's the problem. Hawk is so stealthy in the studio. You don't know he's here. Next thing you know, Ronnie and I are talking about something. We realize, oh, wait a minute, he's here.
Yeah.
No, I definitely think she mentioned it on air.
Oh, then will you go back and find it?
I'll try to find it, yep.
Wait a minute, Rory, what do you got to say here?
What's up, Roy Hamptons?
I went back, because she was in on Monday, and I went back and listened to
the Monday after the big-ass night of fights, too.
Right, I went back and I listened to it, and I didn't hear anything like that. So, if it was, maybe it was off the air, but it wasn't on the air.
The whole show?
Yeah, I went back and
listened
listened
to the whole show. Hawk, just let you know, if you cost me a friend with your big drunken mouth.
She mentioned it on air, I'm positive.
Oh, you go back and find it. You and Al, did Al check it all?
No, there's no way.
He doesn't know how to use the machine.
No, he doesn't know where the CDs are. He doesn't know where anything is to even play it.
How is he in the production room?
There is none. He's got no production skills whatsoever. I asked him to help me do something one time, and he was just like, what's this do? What's this button for? Has no clue about it.
All right, I'm looking up a lot of people on the lines here have funny things to say. Anthony, Josh, John, weird things that they feel the urge to do. We'll go to them when we come back. These are
we'll
so
discuss
whack.
your urges.
Yeah. We're the Ron and Fez show.
We're Ron and Fez.
All right, we're going to get into some of these people's phobic responses like Fez has in a bridge, and we're doing our best to break that, whether we got to put them over in a rocket car or...
I am not getting in a rocket car.
We'll come up with something. That's you, Fez, the Rocket Man.
I'm not a rocket man.
Some people call them funny cars. Maybe even more comfortable than that.
Funny cars.
You'll be over this thing in 6.7 seconds.
On Sunday.
All right, remember I told you Swiss Miss had that big problem because of Hawk and his big pie hole.
Right.
Now, according to Swiss Miss, she claims that Al came in, whispered whatever it was into his ear, and then Hawk said, okay, I'll use it on the air, and started busting on Swiss Miss.
No, I thought I would get in trouble for this. This is what happened. Hawk,
all right, so you know about this.
No, I didn't. Hawk started in the hallway shouting at her. I didn't know what he was doing. I just said, no talking off the air. Keep them separated. And I walked them in. And Fez and Rory were even
stop
here.
This before
no, but I didn't even know what it was.
Why not find out? You're the assistant producer.
Because he was talking so loud that I didn't want, if it was something...
Rory,
interesting.
If one of your people messes up like this again, I'm going to hold you responsible.
Okay. If I knew anything about it, I would have totally just pulled it off the air, not let it happen.
You know what? This reminds me of a story that happened on Friday before Hawk started drinking.
What's that?
When during a commercial break, we know Hawk always goes off on somebody.
Sure.
He picks somebody
out. He's an alcoholic and a pain in the ass.
He picks somebody out each time and just goes off on him. Rory, Al, and I all wrote down on a card who we said he would go off on. I wrote down someone. Rory wrote down someone. Al, who did you write down?
I wrote down Swiss Miss.
Why?
Because I knew that was the girl he was going to be drinking against.
He drank against all kinds of girls.
I know, but she's a new girl to him in the studio.
Geez. You whispered something.
Absolutely. I didn't know
it, and I know it.
I don't know anything.
And Rory, if
about
one of your people does this again, if the assistant assistant producer does this, or assistant to the interns, I'm going to hold you responsible as producer of the show.
It'll never happen again.
Thank you.
Now that I'm in charge.
Well, I'm the producer of the show. So.
Well, you're not doing too good of a job of it.
Because I didn't stop a drunk man. Who knows what comes out of his mouth?
The producer should know.
But it would have been a scene out here.
And we honestly, at this point, believe that you're the one who whispered.
I didn't even know.
Listen to Hawk's ear. Hawk, I apologize to you. As a drunk, you didn't know what you were doing. You're an idiot.
Thank you.
All right?
You're welcome.
And I don't mean to snap at you, Hawk. I didn't know you got set up by Al.
There was no setup.
Rory, you've got to get your people under control.
Then why did you go, I knew this was going to happen, and kept it to yourself? Why not go to your superior, Rory, so he could bring it to me?
Well, Rory's not my superior. I'm actually above Rory.
No way.
Then why is he doing your job?
He's not. I'm doing the job.
You're not doing a good job of it, though. Look what happened Friday night.
You can't control drunk people all the time.
Well, it upset one of our friends.
Producers do. And that's Rory's responsibility. Al, you stay out of it. This is Rory's fault, and he's got to learn better management tools. He's got to make his people stay in line.
Whenever you're drunk, Al, it's Rory who handles you.
No problem.
On those days, he's in charge when I'm completely drunk.
And when
he escorts you out of the studio,
and I don't
physically.
know if you've ever been in here not drunk.
Yeah, I don't get drunk very often.
All right, Fez, this about you on the instant feedback from Pantera.
Yes.
Or Tampera, as he's now known. First, Fez says he won't camp. Now he says we can't throw him out of a plane holding a bungee cord. Is he not a team player? How do you deal with that, Fez, that now you're picking up a reputation of a guy who doesn't want to try new things?
If it requires camping or being bungeed out of a moving plane, no.
Let's do this. You get one or the other.
No, I am not doing either one.
Not much of a team player then, are you?
No, I guess not, Pantera.
Do you want to jump out of a plane with a tent? And then wherever you...
As my parachute?
No. But wherever you land in the wilderness, that's where you set up camp.
No.
And then we'll come looking for you.
You'll never find me.
Here's what we'll do. We'll come looking for you in like a low-flying plane, and I'll swing a hook out, and you try to grab it or hook it into like something on your back, and we pull you up.
I am not going to have a loop that's able to haul me.
Rory, look over here to our right. I think I see Fez's flare. Get the hook out. We're going to try and hook him and come back the full 300 miles.
I'm going to end up getting hooked in the head.
Not if I do my job correctly.
And then next thing you know, I'm dangling from a hook that's attached to my spine, and you're hitting treetops with me. I can see it coming.
Can you trust in people? I need you to trust me.
Not to hook me.
I need you to trust me. Al, I need you to trust your superior,
Rory.
All right, here's Anthony. He's got a strange little weird thing that he's afraid of doing. Anthony, you're on Round of Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting back to the topic of doing, like, weird things. I don't know, sometimes when I see, like, people with their newborn babies and things, I feel like I'm afraid I'm going to pick them up and just, like, punt them like a football.
You honestly feel like this is a feeling that you get?
I guess these are called sick urges.
Now, ever since I was little, since my mom's saying don't touch the soft spot, I've always had a feeling of what does it feel like to get your finger inside that fontanelle?
That's got to be like an overripe cantaloupe.
To me, it comes off more like a finger bang. Or maybe if you rub them real close there, it's that little soft spot. That's a little soft spot.
And they just love it?
I love it. I went too far. I went too far.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, dear. That's a nail. A nail got in there, punctured.
Don't tell anybody. Get me some tape for the fontanelle.
Get this baby a hat.
John, you're on Round of Fez.
Hello, John.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, when I'm in the airplane, like, if I sit, like, at the emergency exit,
yeah,
I feel like I just should, like, grab the life vest, just jump right out, open the door and just jump out.
Somebody opened up the exit on the plane?
Oh, man. Do you explain this to the flight attendants, I hope, when they ask you, are you capable of sitting here?
I am, but I feel like opening it anyway.
I have an urge.
Here's Josh, you're on Round of Fez.
George. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
When I used to live in Turkey, I got caught in an elevator during a 6.3 earthquake.
Where were you living?
Izmir, Turkey.
Okay.
And they got a lot of them over there. And the elevator began to bang against the sides of the shaft.
Oh, man.
You're in your own steel coffin, and you're wondering if the cable's going to snap. So I didn't go up to my apartment except by stairs for the next 3 years.
All right, but I understand not using anything in Turkey, but in America, why should it bother you?
Oh, well, I'm back in America. It doesn't bother me now. It just left me with an idea of if you're jumping up and down in the elevator, if you happen to be in midair when it's falling,
right,
will you get hurt?
Somebody told me, yeah, you would, but it's also impossible for these things, for the newer elevators, and that's like the last 40, 50 years, to actually snap and hit the ground.
Yeah, they have.
There's brakes.
Yeah, they got brakes.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool to know.
Yeah.
And with the whole gravity, let's say you're falling from a good distance, like 40 stories.
Right.
If you're falling with the gravity pressing on you, would you even be able to jump up at the last second, even if you could perfectly time it?
I don't know how that's going to work out. How are you going to know at the last second where you are? It's just a crazy half a wives' tale.
I know. Are the lights still going on, telling you what floor you're at?
Jay, you're on Run Fez.
Just at lightning speed. Hi,
How you
Jay.
doing? How's everything? I just wanted to tell Fez he's not alone in his phobia, because I work on a bridge in the city. There's a lot of people that don't even go all the way over. Just stop mid-track, and we have to, like, push them off or escort them off.
What do they do once they start going over this bridge?
They just realize they're up high, and they'll just stop. They'll just stop cold right there.
And what do? They start crying or freaking out?
Yeah, they start crying. They start getting hysterical.
How do you escort them?
We got to either push them, tell them to put it in neutral, and we push them off, or we just have them all real slow.
Now, aren't these normally women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
What? I'm just saying, I never knew a man to have a bridge phobia.
I hate them. Is there a button you can push to get these escorts? Because I'll have a paid escort. Take me over a bridge.
I don't get it, Fez.
Ugh.
A bridge, what could be more comfortable?
Anything. Anything could be more comfortable.
How about hanging from a hook from a plane?
No.
For 300 miles.
No.
When we go camping...
That hurts my back just thinking about it.
We go camping, and we are. We might be doing this thing where we drop you on us. Kind of a survivals month. Because I know you love the show Survivor.
I never want to participate in it.
What do you expect to do?
I like the show ER, too. I don't go to the emergency room.
What do you expect to do? Just watch TV the rest of your life? You want to get out there in the wild.
Why? TV's fine.
Prove you can do it, then maybe you won't stop on a bridge and start crying.
I love it.
All right, Fez, we'll see you. When I tell you, I want you to jump out. All you're taking is a knife, some salt and pepper,
and my torch. Eight 877-692-1027.
Mario, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Mario.
Good evening, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Fezzie, speaking of bridge phobias, I'm not exactly afraid of bridges, but I ride a motorcycle, and when I ride a bike over the grading over a drawbridge, that is a scary-ass feeling. The bike goes left and right uncontrollably. There's nothing you can do about it. It just scares the hell out of me.
You ever lay it down, man?
No, well,
Fezzie,
not doing that. Being crazier.
You want to climb on the back and hold on like you're his biker girlfriend?
Not on the bridge, no.
Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Dave.
About 6 months ago, I was doing like 100 miles an hour on the Grand Central Parkway in the rain, and I was coming around this like curve. There's like a little like S curve before you hit the Triborough Bridge, and I totally lost control of the car. I smacked into the wall head on. And ever since that day, at any highway I'm on, every time I go around the curve, I lower my speed to like 20 miles an hour, and I still crap in my pants.
Maybe what you ought to do is just drive one straightaways. You need to live out in Utah in the soft flats.
There you go.
Where it's just one straight flat road. Fezzie, we're going to get you up on the hook and fly you out of the wilderness. I'll never leave you there, buddy. I will never leave you out there.
I'm not going to be able to climb on a hook. It'll never happen.
You don't climb. I hook you. Well, you're wearing a hook hat.
A hook hat and a hook suit.
It's like a helmet there.
With all kinds of belt loops all over it, hoping you'll hit one of them.
Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, guys. Fezzie, don't be afraid of the hook idea. I know it works because I saw it in Free Willy.
That'll be free Fezzie.
Rude and rude. That is just wrong.
Just make sure you're wearing clothes.
Well, of course I would be wearing clothes.
Well, you get out there in the wild, you might start returning to your roots.
What are my roots? Nudity?
Caveman thing.
That is it for Ron and Fez.
We'll be back tomorrow. Rory, I want you to start working on your staff. I don't want Al making any more F-ups.
You got it. I will.
If you have to discipline him or something, let us know.
It would be my pleasure to do that.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Right after Opie and Anthony, 7 o'clock.
After their tape.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Ron and Fez Show. Hey! Say it with us, folks. You don't look dumb talking back to a radio. It's yeah, but like this. Hold on, Fezzie. Here comes the hook.
Obviously a major malfunction. 1027 WNEW.